Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey guys, send out any last minute texts, get everybody on. We're going to be getting started any second. So let me mute all. And then I'm going to start this as a live in the team page. See how this works.
Can we hear each other?
Why should be Obama? Why should be Obama?
Baby, we're on Happy Coffee Talk. We can't talk about
Everybody
stuff.
mute your phones, please. Please, everyone, mute phones. Thank you. Love you all.
All right, guys. I think it started, and then I don't know. I think it's going live in the team call as we speak. So it is live?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, Bobby Joe Norris. Are you rocking out this bad boy tonight?
I am. I'm ready.
Awesome, awesome. So we are all a go. I've been having some crazy internet issues tonight. It's working on one router, not on the other, but whatever. With that being said, guys, we have our superstar, Bobby Joe, is going to be rocking it out tonight. So you are in for a treat. Over to you, Bobby Joe.
Awesome. Thanks. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm much like you, Chris. My internet's being wonky tonight. I'm not sure. So who knows? But we're going to get it done. So hi, everybody. I'm excited to be live with you guys tonight. I'm going to share on a couple different topics tonight, just some things that were really pulling at my heart and conversations that I've had with people over the past several weeks. One is going to be about belief. Because there's 5 different areas that we need to believe in order to be successful. And our belief in those areas is going to fluctuate from time to time. But the biggest thing that we can do is lean on the good times. We can lean on the good that's happening instead of focusing on the negative. And I'm going to tie that into social media. So we're going to get started with belief. And if you guys have a pen and paper and you want to write this down, otherwise I can share my notes with you guys later because I do have them all handy. I didn't want to forget anything. So first and foremost, the 5 areas that you need to believe in order to be successful. First is the industry, your company, your product, your leadership, and yourself. Those are the 5 areas that you need to believe in. And it's very hard to have belief in those areas if you don't learn to let go of what was or what happened yesterday. You have to be solutions driven when you're in this industry, because if you're not, problems are going to arise. We're all business owners. And if you're not solutions driven, the problems are literally going to suck the life out of you. So I encourage you to be not problems driven, but solutions driven. Be a problem solver. That's part of owning a business, is knowing that things are going to happen in your business day to day with your team, with your customers, with, getting people in the pages, or getting people enrolled, or whatever the case may be. But part of your job here is to be a problem solver. And so the more that you begin to fix your mindset, the more that your belief is going to grow. So when you're fixated on something that's negative and always, oh, this could be better, or this is this, or that is that, and you're constantly complaining, your mindset is going to be fixated on that. And if you're not problem solving those issues, then you're going to begin to lose belief in one of the areas in which we have to believe in order to be successful. So A couple of books that I tap into often, I've read over and over and over again. And whether you're faith driven or not, these books help me and my mindset. So number one is Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick. Number two is Goliath Must Fall by Louis Giglio. And number three is Unashamed by Christine Kane. So just so you guys know, shame is the lowest vibration that your energy can operate on. And when you compare yourself to someone else's journey, you are operating in shame, because you're basically telling yourself, I can't do that, or I'm never going to be that, or why does she get it, or why is that happening for him? You're operating on the lowest level of vibration that you can operate on. And I'm telling you guys right now, you will never believe in yourself if you stay on that level of vibration. Okay. And your audience can feel that. Your family can feel that. Your house can feel that. Your customers can feel that when they're reaching out to you. So if you constantly compare yourself to someone else's journey, you're not only operating on a really low vibration, but you're also lacking belief in yourself and the things that you can achieve, right? So let's go on to the 5 things that you need to believe in order to be successful. Debbie, I will repeat the books again. Goliath Must Fall by Louis Giglio, Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick, and Unashamed by Christine Kane. So the 5 things that you have to believe in this business, number 1 is the industry. A lot of times we bring people into this company who are hurt by the industry, and it's our job to let them heal. Okay. It's our job to show them that it's not the industry's fault that things happen the way that they did on their journey. Or if they don't have experience in the industry, it's our job to show them that the industry is a life-changing opportunity. But you have to believe in the industry before you can give that belief to someone else, right? So the industry has life-changing abilities. It has an ability to, Garrett talks about it all the time. It is the most powerful career choice that you can make. But you have to believe that. And a lot of us have been hurt in the industry before. And you know what, truthfully, that's okay. But you have to allow your healing to happen and let go of the past and be solutions driven. Okay. So we can show people that we're different here in our company by allowing them to heal from their past hurts that happen within the industry. Number 2 is the company. Our company listens, you guys. We are different. Our company actually cares. Like our corporate staff listens to the field. We've got, liaisons that go between corporate and the field with Garrett and Sylvia. They listen. You guys. I've never seen a corporate staff care more than what we have going on in the field when they're not in the field, right? And so when you see something that is an issue, go to your upline, because I know that our company cares, but you have to believe that. See, that's a solutions-driven mentality, is when things continuously happen for you or you're not really seeing the solution, go to your upline. Maybe your upline can then go to the company and say, hey, this is happening. Let's create a solution. That's better than focusing on the problem, because the problem is going to keep you from actually believing in our company. Whereas when you're solutions-driven, you're going to start believing in our company because you will see what is happening within the company. Number 3 are the products. Okay. Number 3 are the products, because our products are freaking amazing. I've tried a lot of products in my lifetime, and I've never had products be as powerful as the products that we get to taste and have running through our veins. So you have to believe in the product. Our formulator is a genius. Our products are proven by science. And you guys, here's the thing. I know so many people have something to say about version 2, and version 2 is gone, right? Like the company listened. This goes back to number 2. The company listened to the field and actually created change for us, right? But still, even within version 2, you should have belief in your products because it's still changing lives. People, not everyone was affected the same way. So instead of focusing on, the 4 or 5 people that may have disliked the product and helping them solve the issue, you should be focusing on the greater picture, looking at all the wonderful things that are happening. And those 4 or 5 people, or even if you had 20 people that didn't like version 2, be solutions driven, right? Help them get on the nitro, help them go on the cocoa. There's different ways for you to shift your belief when things don't necessarily line up with what you're feeling, right? So shift your belief, be solutions driven. That's number 3 is the product. Number 4 is the leadership. You guys, I have never seen leadership the way that we have it. And I've been in the industry for 9 years or 8 years. I'm sorry. I keep saying 9 and it's really 8. So I'm always going to correct myself. I've never seen leadership like we have in the industry. And I've had a lot of really crazy uplines. Okay. So let me just say it starts with Mark and Judy. The heart that they gave out for conference, you guys, if that doesn't speak volume to you, I'm not really sure what will, because I've never seen a leadership start at the very top of the line and pour out their heart to care so much about your success. And if you don't believe that you have a place here, you need to lean on just that, because that is massive. That is all about heart. That is all about leading by example. That is something to lean on and believe in, right? So it starts with Mark and Judy. And then it goes down to Chris. We love Chris. Chris's story is actually one of the reasons that I signed up with this company, because his story spoke straight to my soul. And then we've got Ricky. I've never had another leader in the trenches with me harder than Ricky and Enrique and Nancy and Melissa and Brendan and Carly and Tim. You guys, like, the leadership that we have here is phenomenal. And if you lack belief in the leadership, then you need to go and find somebody above them and somebody above them until you hit Mark and Judy, because nobody is going to be above them that's better. And I'm just being honest, right? So the leadership is something that you should believe in here, because what we have is truly special. Number 5 is yourself. You have to take time to believe in yourself. Your chapter 1 is going to look different than my chapter 33. You cannot compare your chapters to what I've been through. You can't compare all the things that I've done in this industry or in this company comparative to where you're at. So when you lack belief in yourself, I'm going to tell you really quickly what's happening. And it's the fact that you're looking left and you're looking right. You are not dialed into what you're working on hard enough to then believe that you can do it. You're comparing yourself. You're lacking belief in your own abilities, because maybe it's, oh, well, she's doing this. I'm going to copy that, but it's working better for her. You guys, you're not her. You have to use your voice. You have to jive with your own vibration. You have to figure out who your audience is, and you've got to believe that you have something so special that you will achieve whatever you set your mind out to do. So your belief from time to time may vary. I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, I didn't believe in version 2. Hey, guess what? It varies from time to time. So then get on the nitro. That's a problem solver, right? So your belief is going to vary, and that's normal. Sometimes you're going to struggle in one area more than the other. But if you remind yourself, I said this at the beginning, if you remind yourself of all the good that you have sitting right in front of you, and you're solutions driven, and you vibrate on a higher vibration, and your energy is high, and you're excited about what you do have going on, nothing is going to hold you back from being successful and fulfilling your destiny, period. I mean, that's a decision that you make. Nobody can tell you what you can and cannot believe, but it's ultimately your choice, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to jump really quickly into social media. And I apologize if you guys have been asking me questions in the chat. I haven't been reading the chat because I'm a squirrel and I'm going to be all over the place if I start reading the chat. So social media. So we've been in this business for 3 months. Our team is now starting our 4th month, and we're a diamond team. And I don't say that to brag, because that's not why I'm here. I'm just telling you, I'm showing you what we've done so that you can get there faster. I want you to be there without the struggle that I've experienced over the past 8 years. I want you to get there with massive success, massive belief, and create the life that you want to create for yourself, right? So let's talk a little bit about social media. Your social media platform should be a revolving door. Okay, so just keep that in mind as I go through it. We're going to talk about warm market versus cold market. Okay, so your warm market, for people who don't know, and if you know this, I apologize if it's repetitive, but your warm market are people you know. They're going to be friends, relatives, existing customers, and even referrals. Okay, so that's considered your warm market. Now, give me a 1 in the comment section if you never had a warm market. And I'm going to call BS on you. Sorry, Chris, I don't know if we can say that, but I just did. So there you go. Because the reason I say that is because you will always have at least one person to lean on in your warm market. You can ask your mama, you can ask your dentist, you can ask your chiropractor, you can ask your kid's teacher. These are all people within your warm market. These are friends, relatives, people that you know, referrals, existing customers. You guys, it's if you will dive into your warm market is up to you. So when I started in this industry, I literally had 0 warm market, because everybody was like, oh, it's one of those pyramid schemes, right? And I had no clue what I was doing 8 years ago. So I was like, I don't really know. So nobody bought anything from me. So I had to build a cold market really quickly. A cold market is strangers, future prospects, referrals from a friend. Like maybe you don't know the referral that's coming to you, right? It's people that you need to grow with. So there's a difference between warm and cold market, right? And so I just want to be honest with you guys that a lot of times most people are going to burn out, and they're going to lose belief in their success, because they don't make sales or make rank, because they rely on their warm market to do it for them. And the thing about that is that when you simply rely on your warm market, you're going to tap out real quickly. So I'm here to share with you guys that your business needs to be a revolving door. As you are working your warm market, you need to simultaneously be building your cold market, because eventually your cold market is going to become your warm market, and then you're going to build another cold market that's going to become your warm market. So it's that revolving door. The bigger your revolving door is, the more people you have in your revolving door, your business will never shut down, because once you pull everybody out of that revolving door, the door is not moving. So your business is closed, right? So let me see where I'm at here. So if you dig deep enough, you're going to have at least one person in your warm market. That's just your choice, right? So if you believe in enough what you're doing, the opportunity and the products and the company and the industry and yourself, and you believe in all of that enough, you will not be afraid to offer that to that one person. It's, oh my gosh, what are they going to think of me? Oh my gosh, they're going to say no. Oh my gosh, these are fears that we have about our warm market, because these are people that we trust. These are people that we have connections to. So we worry about what these people are going to say to us. But here's what I know. If you truly believe in those 5 things that I talked about earlier, a person who says no to you doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that they said no, because you're not taking it personal, and you know in your heart of hearts what you believe in is so powerful, and it's such an amazing opportunity or amazing product that can change their life, that it's okay to reach out. Okay, it's okay to share with them what you're doing. It's okay to let them know that you have this amazing product that can change their life, but your mouthpiece is what's going to do that. They're not going to come to you and be like, hey, Bobby Joe, what's this amazing product you post about on Facebook? It looks really awesome. My warm market doesn't do that. I have to go and talk to them. I have to go and present it to them, right? That's my job. So simultaneously, you want to be building your warm market, and then growing your cold market at the same time, so that you will never run dry in your business. It takes work, it takes consistency, and it takes you believing in what you're doing in order to do them at the same time, right? You cannot just put up a post. Though a lot of you have amazing, really amazing posts, you cannot just put up a post and expect people to flock to you. That's not how this works, right? It's just not going to work that way. Only 2% of Facebook see your Facebook posts. So that means the other 98% of people are absolutely missing your post, and you've got this amazing bomb post, and you're like, this is it. I'm putting this up. My entire warm market is going to want all of my products, and it's going to be amazing. And only 2% of people are seeing that. So if you're not doing the work behind the scenes and messaging people and offering people and sharing with people and giving samples and sharing your link and doing all those things, you're missing out on a huge part of your market, right? And that's for warm or cold market. And I already said this, so you have to believe enough to not be afraid of no's and take it personal. At the end of the day, their belief of what you're doing shouldn't shift your belief, okay? Their belief about what you're doing shouldn't shift your belief, and I'm gonna share a story with you guys. When I first started in this industry, my family didn't believe in anything that I was doing. I mean, I don't even know if they still believe in it, and it's okay, I don't really care. But I'm saying that to tell you, when I became my first 6-figure income earner year, my own dad looked at me and was like, when are you gonna get a real job? So clearly his words didn't stick with me because I'm still in the industry, and that was like 6 years ago. So their belief should not shift your belief in what you're doing and how you're operating. As long as you are growing and you love what you're doing and you know that it's changing lives and the company is listening to you and you have all of these amazing things behind your back supporting you and lifting you up with leadership and all the trainings and things that we have to offer, their words should mean nothing to you. Honestly, that's just my 2 cents there. So how do you tap into your warm market? You've got to be bold. You have to go ask. In this industry, you have to be a professional asker. A conversation that I actually had with my mom when I first started this particular product. My mom is an addict, you guys, and she battles darkness on a really deep level. She's an addict to many different things, and I know that she needs what we have. So this is what I simply said to her, and I'm using this so that you can see that I'm bold enough and I believe in what we have. Okay, so I said, Mom, you have to look at what I'm using. Maybe it's not for you, but after what it's done for me, I would be so selfish to not share it with you because of how it's changed my life. That was it. That was the end of the conversation. That was the end of the sentence, point blank, period, end of it. And she was like, well, what is it? So I had to be bold enough to go and present her with the ask in order for the conversation to start. If she would have said no, because I've had a lot of people in my family say no, fine, great, wonderful, I'm gonna keep on moving, right? You just can't be afraid to share. This is your job. Your job is to share. And when you believe in it, you don't feel like you're selling anything, and you don't feel like you're annoying anybody, because it's literally changing lives. And that's where the belief taps in, right? And if you're sitting on it, you're not changing anybody's lives. If you're not having the conversation with people, you're not changing anyone's lives. Our first obligation is to move on those that we love. And if they say no, that's on them, not on you. You still did your job, period. Okay? So how do you grow your cold market? Well, you're working your warm market. Eventually, your cold market is going to become your warm market. That goes back to the revolving door, right? And so you want to always be repeating that cycle over and over and over. So the number one thing that you need to do, and we talk about it all the time in this industry or in this company, is you've got to build rapport. You've got to get to know your people and build relationships. Number one, be present. If they post something on social media, it's because it matters to them. So go and be the friend that they need. Don't just like it. Don't just heart it. Like, say something and be genuine. This is how you build your cold market. And eventually that person could step into your business and completely change the way your business is operating on such a powerful vibration. So be present. Number 2, be consistent. You cannot just post once a week and expect that to be enough. You have to show up every single day. And your open sign needs to be on every single day. If your open sign is closed, well, guess what? So is your business, and so are your prospects. So guess what's going to happen? They're going to go find somebody else. I actually had a lady message me today asking for a sample. And she was like, I see you post about it, and I see like 4 other people post about it. But she's like, I trust you because you're so raw and authentic on Facebook. So I'm coming to you for the sample. Right? So be present, be consistent. Number 3, take it to Messenger. When you're building your cold market, having those intimate and private conversations in Messenger are going to mean so much more than just a comment that you're going to put on someone's Facebook page. And let me tell you, a lot of people won't talk to you on Facebook. They're not going to comment on your stuff. So when you take it to Messenger, that's when the conversation is going to start, like happening. You can talk about their dog. You could talk about their kids. You could talk about this, that, and the next thing. And then eventually down the road, you're going to realize your conversation is now talking about happy coffee, or it's talking about the opportunity. And that wouldn't have happened if you didn't take it to Messenger. Number 4, be real, transparent, and authentic. People are smart. Okay, I got that from my girl Anna, and I know she's on. They know when you're lying and when you're out only for the sale, but the more real you are, and the more that the more transparent you are, the more real you are on your Facebook page or in your stories or on your posts, the more you're going to draw people in. Because there's so much fake news on social media that people are smart enough to be over that. And you will attract the right tribe to you when you are real and authentically yourself. So be real and share your story a gazillion times, okay? And not 1 or 2 times, you guys. I'm really saying share your story a gazillion times. Talk about your story. Talk about a problem or something you've been through, then be solutions driven and offer them a solution. People want to know that what you are doing is hope related. We're hope dealers. That's what I say all the time. We're hope dealers. And they want to know that what you have is real, authentic, and valuable for their life. So be real, be authentic, be transparent, and be solutions driven. But the more real you are, the more people are going to listen. I promise you that. So go, let's see, that was number 4. Number 5 is go through your friends list. Hey guys, just really quick, why are you adding new friends to your Facebook page if you haven't gone through all the friends you already have? They don't know what you're doing. They don't know that you have happy coffee because only 2% of them actually see your posts. So why are you adding new faces if you haven't cleaned up your Facebook friends list and actually offered it to everybody who's already on your Facebook page? That's a really great way to build your cold market, okay? So go and talk to the friends that you actually have on your Facebook page. Number 6 is be bold. If you build a connection for a week or 2, this is with a cold market person, start dropping hints on them. Start saying things like, oh my gosh, girl, I just woke up and I'm so excited. I'm about to have my happy coffee. Look, it's a real natural conversation you can have. Oh, I have to go pick up my daughter. I'm running late. I'm shaking up my happy lemonade and I'm running out the door. These are conversations that I have with people. And they're like, what's happy lemonade? Oh, I got to show you. I got to tell you. Get them into the page of whatever you're doing and start building that relationship. But be bold enough to go in and ask for the close, right? So after a while, when you build the rapport with people, that's the problem with people, is they spend forever building rapport, that they don't go in to ask for the close. Hey girl, we've talked for a long time and you've mentioned several times already that you're really struggling with energy with your kids. I was too. And I totally understand how you feel. And I actually started taking this happy coffee, this happy lemonade, and it's completely transformed my life. Can I send you a sample? That's it. That's it. I'm not offering her anything that she's not going to need or want. We've already had these conversations. So you listen, you build the rapport, and then you go in for and be bold enough to ask for the close. Okay. Another thing, when people are like, I don't friend people from other companies. Why not? Why are you not having conversations with people from other companies, you guys? Like, your belief in what we have here should be so high that you would feel bad for them if they're not a part of what we're doing. I mean, hello, I feel that way, right? So this is how I talk to other people from other companies. I'm like, hey, Chris, oh my gosh, how's business going for you this month? I saw that you guys are killing it. What kind of incentives are you running? I just would love to have some fresh ideas coming into our team because we've got so much happening. We've grown by like 50% last month and I can't even keep up. So let me know what you got going on. That's it. That's it. Be a friend. Go in and talk to them. Ask them what kind of incentives they're having. Collab with them. Say, hey, would you want to do a dual live? Everybody doesn't have to be from your company, right? You're just entrepreneurs supporting other entrepreneurs. And eventually they're going to feel your high vibration. They're going to see your belief and they're going to want to know what the heck you're doing and what kind of happy coffee you're drinking because you're always excited. You're always happy. Hey, girl, fill me in. Okay, so don't be afraid to talk to people, you guys. What we have is special. It's real. It's different. It's authentic. It's life-changing. Not just the opportunity, but the products. So you have to keep your revolving door full. If it's not 5 people's job to order on Friday to build your business, because Friday's going to come and go about 17 Fridays later, and you're going to still be waiting for those 5 people to purchase product from you, right? It's not 2 people's job to build your business and the opportunity side. It's your job. It's your job to work your warm market and simultaneously build your cold market, and then keep that revolving door going. The bigger your revolving door is, the faster your business is going to grow, the more relationships you'll have to lean on, so you're not just dependent on those 5 people who said they were going to order on Friday, right? So relationships are key, belief is key, and knowing what you have your hands on is key. So that's all that I have tonight. Chris, I'll give it back to you and I'll go through. I don't know if I've missed questions, but that's it.
Awesome sauce. Again, guys, give Bobby Joe some love. Is that not some incredible stuff or what? I'm sitting here taking tons of notes. It's funny because she covered much of the stuff that, you know, I was actually going to cover some of the things, which is incredible. And I'm going to go over some of the notes that I had on what I wanted to share tonight. And it actually ends up being on the 5 phases of networking. And it's funny that so many times when we get started, you know, we want to go into all these different things and we start focusing in on the wrong thing. And Bobby Joe shared a lot of that tonight, right? So the first phase of networking is phase 1. And that's where you are actually enrolling people, where you're doing what it is we call the business. Enrolling people as customers, enrolling people as promoters, opening the month, closing the month, basically making sure, you know, closing, you know, with those new people and helping them run. You're running those people when they get started. That is your goal. That is your job when you get a new person started. Then what I've also noticed is a lot of people go into phase 2 of networking. And what we call that is management mode. And in management mode, we are going, well, what did you do today? Am I rich yet? You know, are you going to make me rich? Did you do enough? Why didn't you do more? Why didn't you whatever? And you're just pointing the finger. And guys, just pay attention. When you're pointing the finger, there's 4 fingers pointing back at you, right? So in management mode, you're asking them what they did, how much did you do, why didn't you do more, and just all that other kind of stuff. And then they're sitting here getting resentful, thinking that you're a jerk. So you want to stay out of management mode. Does that mean we don't help people? Does that mean we don't basically run with people? Absolutely. You know, we do, but that doesn't mean that we're just waiting for everyone else to make us rich. So phase 3 is the blaming mode. That's when we're blaming, and Bobby Joe went over some of this tonight. You know, we want to focus in on the negativity. We want to focus in on, you know, my upline did this and my upline that, and then my team isn't doing enough. My team isn't, you know, that, and we want to blame our team. And guys, again, go back to phase 1, and you won't worry about what your team's done. The easiest way to basically get your team to do more is you go out and do more. So with that, in the blaming mode, you want to blame the company. You want to blame basically, no one told me what to do. I didn't know that. You know, you just want to blame everyone else except for take responsibility. Again, in network marketing, if you draw out you and your downline, the only one that you can control is you. So you have to make the first circle work, and you can't sit and blame and you know, whatever. The company, they changed the product. They did this, they did that. And guys, look, there were some people that didn't like the version 2. Most of the people were fine. In fact, I was seeing more stories on like, man, since version 2 came out, I've lost so much more weight. I was stuck and boom, and all this other kind of stuff. But then you have some people that just go and put all kinds of focus in on whatever. And again, look, everyone is different, and I'm not saying that some people didn't have a challenge in phase 2. But for the most part, what happens is when someone has a challenge is they go so far focused in on that crap, they forget everything else and the greatness that we have, or the fact that the company was working on version 3 and all this stuff. So again, we have to stay out of phase 3, which is blame mode. Phase 4 is the defense mode. The defense mode is when you have this weird energy and you're wanting to be right. You're finding things to back up your belief system and all these other things. But when you really look in the mirror, what you will figure out is the problem with phase 4 is you're not in phase 1 again. It all boils down back to phase 1, where you're out bringing in new people, bringing in new customers, and so on and so forth. So again, you have to stay in phase 1. Phase 4 is a weird, I'm telling you guys, your energy just gets weird. And look, I have watched people, and I've been on calls with people that they get on and, you know, they want to share all the things that are wrong. And it's crazy because I'm sitting here going, what are you even talking about? It's like people are holding on to things. Well, you know, they changed the comp plan, blah, blah. Well, everybody's happy with the new comp plan. So why are you upset about that? Because they keep changing things. Oh my gosh. They're changing things for the better on purpose. There'll be some people that are mad that they changed version 2 and they went to version 3. And, you know, people are going to find things, and you got to recognize and have an awareness of where your energy is and what you're focused your energy on. The other night I did a call basically, or it was a Zoom. I mean, what do you call it? Facebook Live. I can't even think of the word. I did a Facebook Live talking about the power of focus. And I was listening to an audio program that I was actually at the event when they did it. And I remember when he pulled out this piece of paper, and he made it, and he had us all pull out a piece of paper. And we had to roll up that piece of paper in like the little telescope thing. Everybody know what I'm talking about, where you roll up the piece of paper and you look at it through like almost like a telescope. And he said, now focus on my head. So we're all focused in on his head. And then basically he goes, how many fingers am I holding up? And what happened is some people were able to basically say how many fingers he had up, and some people couldn't because they were focused in on where they were supposed to be. And I'm sharing that because many of us have our energy focused on the wrong things. We're focused in on what we don't want. We're focused in on this and that, whatever. And then we're not focused in on why we got started in the first place. See, when we got started for a reason. We had big dreams. We had aspirations. We wanted to create something. And if we focused in on that and we just kept our focus in on creating success, we wouldn't even see all the other crap. We wouldn't even recognize that it's going on. And honestly, when people were telling me problems with version 2, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I literally had no awareness to it because I was focused in on what I wanted to create. And then I learned some things, you know, at this last event that I'll share with you guys as well, about the way that I've been doing things and what I've been focused in on. And you know, it's funny when we got started, but let me finish about the focus, right? Because if you are focused in on creating success, you can't see the other crap that's going on. You can't see the other challenges. You can't basically, because you are laser focused on what it is that you say that you want. So, you know, the thing about having focus and commitment is you have to be excited about the things that you said far after the excitement that you said them wore off. Because we all say we want to create success. We all say that we want to, you know, have this great life and make all the, you know, all this stuff we say. But then what happens is stuff comes up and then we start basically finding things to basically, you know, hold ourselves back. And that goes into phase 5, which is the phase out mode, where now you're looking at all the things that you can build a story on why it didn't work for you. And you're basically creating a story and creating a message on, you know, well, if they want to change to version 2, like, you know, I would really be successful right now, and this would be happening, or whatever. And guys, I'm just using version 2 because a lot of people put the energy on that. When we had the SAM plan, we had a lot of people that put the, you know, this $2,000 to be super affiliates is stupid. And then they're basically just quit doing everything that they did to get where they were. And basically they start creating stories and reasons on why they're not where they are. And guys, this is the reality. What we saw through this last, just let's call it the last year, was that culture trumps everything else. Culture trumps strategy. It trumps comp plans. It trumps everything. So I brought in a group of leaders, right, that were professional network marketers that, you know, should have came in and tore the business up and just totally rocked it up. But when the SAM plan was launched and they got focused in on that, they took themselves out of the game. And then you have Nancy and Enrique that got started the exact same week, the same time. And they talked about making a run with this other group. And Nancy and Enrique, with the SAM plan, totally kicked ass and just basically grew their business and without a comp plan. I mean, the same freaking comp plan. So Bobby Joe talked about, you know, you have to be focused in. There's 5 things. It's your belief in you, the belief in the company, belief in the product, you know, belief in all these things, guys. The thing is your belief will take you in or knock you out of the business. And the thing is that we're talking about the same company, same products, same whatever. One person's focused in on all the problems and all the challenges. Other person's focused in on how they have to create success and how they have to totally rock this thing out. We have to get to $10,000 a month no matter what, because we have been drowning where we are. And we told them what was possible. We told them, if you just go do this, this will happen. And then, guys, what we also watched is many people within the company. We watched a lot of people within the team basically talk about so basically we watched a lot of people in the team basically focus in on comparison, old comp plan, new comp plan, all this other kind of stuff. Bobby Joe talked about that. Guys, it's not about comparison. So again, guys, phase 5 is about when you're creating and phasing yourself out of the business. And you're basically creating reasons on why it's not going to work and creating a story on all these other things. And what you have to understand is that it's not the truth. The truth is what you tell yourself. The story that you tell yourself, and you have the ability to change that at any time. Again, you have to be laser focused. In that Facebook Live, I talked about, we train racehorses. And right now I have roughly 9 horses. And with that, on some horses, they get distracted when they're training. And they start looking around. And they start looking at what the other horse are doing. The other horse is bucking. Guess what they start doing? They start bucking. They start doing dumb stuff. So what we do is we put blinkers on them. And it's what it is it's this little thing you put over their ears, and it keeps them focused in on what their business is, which is to stay straight and behave themselves on the track, right? And the funny part is some horses, if you don't have blinkers on them, that other horse comes and runs up next to them, and they just basically will shut down. So with that being said, guys, a lot of times we focus in and we look at the ones, and it goes the same thing with horses. Guys, we have horses that you think that this is going to be the one. This horse is going to be the one that they have all this ability. And we look at prospects the same way, like this person has so much ability. You just don't know. And then you go to do a 3-way call, and then that person's like telling you how great this person is and how they're going to be the best, the greatest, the most wonderful, and all this other kind of stuff. The thing is it's not about ability. It's about heart. It's about how much do they want it. I've had horses that have far less ability that will totally kick the other horse's butt, because when you put them in the gates, they don't want to lose because they have heart. Where the other one, just any little thing will just get them sidetracked. So it's more heart than talent, guys. It's not about their ability. It's not about whatever. It's how hungry are they? What do they want? And that really goes to you as well. And the thing is you have to figure out, hey, do I really want this? So to basically close it out with my experience of this event, we all got together at the bar and prior to the event starting. And what we talked about was, when you're in the event, to basically visualize you being up on stage, visualize the people, and visualize yourself and your team there cheering for you and all that other kind of stuff. So guys, I said that, and that's what I was sitting there doing. And I was sitting in the event, and I was basically picturing myself up there. And what I recognized is that there's been stories that I've been telling myself. And, and what happened is I got focused in on the horse that had the ability, instead of just going, you know what? When you make a decision and you decide that something's going to happen, when we got started, we didn't know all these amazing leaders were going to join this team. We didn't know who they were going to be. We just knew what it looked like, what we were going to create, what that picture looks like, and what we were going to attract. But we didn't know it was going to be Bobby Joe. We didn't know it was going to be Carly. We didn't know it was going to be Robin. We didn't know it was going to be, Shane or this person, that person. We didn't know who the people were going to be. We just had a vision of what we wanted to create. And then we just started doing it, and people showed up. And then when I'm sitting there and I'm recognizing that, is it possible that I hadn't been ranking up because I was looking at the people that were there and going, well, does that person have the ability to do it? Or do they not have the ability to do it? Was I focused in on, well, maybe I just don't have the right people to make it happen. And it's crazy what happens when you make a decision. And I said it we had dinner, and basically Ricky was up, Sharon and Sean and Mike and Cass, and they're all sharing different things. Gavin got up, and I'm sitting there going, you know what? I decided that day, and I already decided that it's happening. I already decided I'm not going to another event without being, not only ambassador, but breaking other ambassadors. And it's crazy when you put it out there and you say, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm going, who's coming with me? People started raising their hand. It's funny, some of the people were already there. But the thing is that when you make a decision, point of decision changes everything. And I'm sharing this with you all because what's the decision that you've made? Have you made a decision to basically just be here because we all want to be successful? Or have you made a decision to win? Did you make a decision that you're going to win no matter what? And guys, I recognize that because of the stories, and the craziest part is as you do personal development, your excuses become so much more advanced. They become so much more, you got to peel the different layers of the onion because, you know, I'm not a victim and I'm not this. And your excuses become so much more complex. They become so much greater, and you get really good at telling the story to yourself and really good at, you know, telling yourself why. And the reality is that it's a decision. And when you make that decision that I'm doing this no matter what, it's amazing what happens. So guys, we come out of that event and people on the team stepped up that were in the open line, and boom, boom, boom. We had people that hit that hit platinum that were less than halfway there. Days later, less than halfway there, they made a decision, and then boom, platinum. And I'm sharing that because many of you all have been around here for a while. And many of you all have been sitting maybe at the same rank for a while. So I want you to ask yourself, have you made a decision to change? Have you made a decision to step it up to another level? Have you made a decision that you're going to win no matter what? Have you made a decision that it's going to happen? Because guys, for me, I was trying to figure out how is it going to happen? We didn't freaking say that in the beginning. We didn't go, how is it going to happen? Happen because we just are going to make it happen because we said we were going to make it happen, and then we took action. So guys, you know, I made a decision at that event, and I'll say it to everyone on this call, we'll not be at another event without ranking up and helping other people rank up, period. And that's all there is to it. So the question is when are you going to draw a line in the sand? When are you going to basically step up and say, I'm doing this no matter what. Now is my time. I'm ready to go. And this is the bottom line, guys. This company is growing. Last month, by the way, you guys grew by over $1 million, or right at $1 million last month. I just want to congratulate everyone. I did a Facebook Live in the team page. Don't know who all saw it or not. But we normally do a call at the beginning of the month, and we celebrate the victories and we console the defeats. Some of us might not have hit the ranks that we wanted to, but guys, it doesn't really matter. This is a new month. Let's make a decision that this is our month, and let's go run and make it happen. Everybody have an awesome night. Thank you so much, Bobby Joe, for all the value that you spoke tonight. We appreciate you so much, and we appreciate all of the leaders and everyone that participates in the calls. It's funny, there was 155, 20 people dropped out, and you never know what nugget you're going to pick up. You never know what little thing is going to open up another combination to the next place that you need to get in your dreams. The thing is that there was 133 people that did stay on board. They did stay here, and hopefully people got some nuggets. With that being said, appreciate you all. Love you all. Have a good night. Oh, by the way, this is what last thing I wanted to say. Mark and Judy, Bobby Joe talked about them. We have an opportunity to go download the app, BHS, Business, or BFH, Business for Home. It's an app, Business for Home, and let's vote Mark and Judy as the #1 network marketers based on the way that they've made us feel. That being said, everybody have a good night. Let's make sure we all go vote for Mark and Judy. Take care, everyone.
Thanks, Bobby Joe. Thanks, Chris.
God bless.
Thank you.
Good night.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bobby Joe.